exploring the emotional turbulence in the upcoming episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. In the next episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers are set to witness a collision of ambition, desperation, and heartbreak as long-standing conflicts come to a head. At the center of this storm is Steffy Forrester Finnegan, whose determination to control the narrative around Luna Nozawa reveals deep layers of her character. Steffy's actions are not merely about enforcing rules, there is an undercurrent of personal anguish and a fear of losing power over her world. This episode promises to peel back the layers of her carefully crafted exterior, showing us a woman wrestling with the responsibilities of leadership while grappling with profound personal vulnerabilities. Steffy's resolute yet turbulent nature. Steffy's decision to call Deputy Sheriff Bradley Baker to manage Luna's situation is driven by an intense need to reassert control. Her internal dialogue is a battle between authority and personal guilt. On one hand, she is resolute in her mission to have Luna return to confinement, perceiving this as a necessary step to maintain order. On the other hand, there is an unmistakable hint of inner conflict. Her choice is laced with a determination to prevent further chaos in her life and in the lives of those she holds dear. This juxtaposition of strength and vulnerability provides a rich field for analysis. It is evident that her emotional state is not one of cold calculation, but rather of a desperate attempt to maintain a semblance of order amid personal and professional turmoil. Luna's heart-wrenching plea. Stark contrast. Luna Nozawa's behavior in the episode brings raw emotion to the forefront. Her passionate plea to Steffy, especially when it comes to her connection with John Finnegan, is a clear manifestation of her inner desperation. Luna is portrayed not merely as a troubled individual under house arrest, but as someone who is fighting against the tides of fate that seem to conspire against her happiness. Her imploring nature speaks volumes about her fear of isolation and her struggle to maintain meaningful relationships despite the consequences of her past actions. This conflict between her longing for connection and the punitive measures imposed on her underlines a classic tragedy, one where the heart's desires clash with the rigidity of societal and legal constraints. Finn's internal dilemma and emotional weight. Finn's character is caught in a quagmire of conflicting responsibilities and personal loyalties. His internal debate over whether to divulge the truth about Sheila Carter Sharp's involvement, as well as his emotional reaction to Luna's predicament, illustrates the depth of his internal struggle. Finn's turmoil is reflective of a man burdened by the complexities of familial ties and the weight of expectations. His hesitation is not just about making a difficult choice, it is a mirror of his own insecurities and the constant balancing act between duty and personal emotion. His frustration and sorrow regarding Luna's situation highlight a recurring theme in the narrative: how personal sacrifice often comes at the cost of emotional stability. The role of Deputy Baker in the clash of order and chaos. Deputy Sheriff Bradley Baker emerges as a secondary yet crucial figure in this intricate drama. His apparent confusion about the meeting's location and the limitations imposed by Luna's house arrest underscore a recurring motif: the collision of bureaucratic procedure with raw human emotion. Baker's character is emblematic of the broader societal structures that often seem indifferent to personal crises. His interaction with Steffy further intensifies the episode's dramatic tension, highlighting the often painful reality that even well-intentioned efforts to restore order can be thwarted by the inflexibility of the law. Conclusion. This upcoming episode of The Bold and the Beautiful is poised to be a riveting exploration of conflicting emotions and the human condition. With Steffy's internal struggle for control, Luna's desperate pleas, Finn's moral quandaries, and Baker's embodiment of systemic limitations, the narrative promises an intricate tapestry of human emotions and interpersonal drama. As the characters navigate their turbulent paths, viewers are reminded that beneath the surface of every conflict lies a rich and often painful complexity that defines the human experience.